All right, welcome everybody. Joe, Passion Unchained here. I left you off on a cliffhanger. I did part one of a two-part Tinder profile roast from my boy. We're going to call him Blake. He's not Blake. I talked about this all last time. If you missed the first part of this Tinder roast, go back and check it out. The link is in the description below. Pretty good stuff. We have some good feedback, constructive criticism, and great examples of what to do with this guy, and even more examples of what to do in the last 3 photos of his profile. As usual, first, I'm going to go through each individual photo and just describe it without going too much into depth. And then what I'll do is go into depth about my opinions and what you can learn from them. This first one is him rock climbing. And by first, I mean fourth, because the other 3 photos in part 1 were number 1, 2, and 3. These are 4, 5, and 6. The second is him in the air above water. And the third is him walking towards the camera after he picked up some axes from an axe throwing place. All right, let's go into the first one. He's rock climbing. The sun is very bright. He's got, it's a little bit of a cloudy sky, but you can see him there close to the ground, but just ascending a rock climbing face. I love this one because it shows his passion, but it also shows he's adventurous. If you have any photos of yourself doing something adventurous, it is extremely attractive to girls because they want a guy who's going to go out there and have interesting things to talk about and to be able to go explore. It also taps into like caveman, cavewoman energy where it's like, oh my man, he's going to go out and he's going to hunt, he's going to forage food for me. Again, even if you're looking for something more casual, these things will still play into making girls attracted to you. This is a stellar photo. Yes, it's taken with a cell phone, but sometimes that is good because you want to have some cell phone photos in your profile. I've found that having mostly professional, but a few cell phone photos picked in there balances things out because you have the high quality, but you also have the genuineness that comes with a cell phone photo. This next one, same bit, super adventurous, and I don't even know where he's jumping from. It's possible that he's jumping from a cliff or that he's jumping from somewhere off camera. I'm not entirely sure where he's jumping from, but that also adds to the mystery of the photo. This photo has the same plus as the last photo, but it adds to it because it's a completely different activity. It really shows him as somebody who's adventurous and excited about life and willing to just go and do things. This last one, I am not as keen about. I do like the idea. Axe throwing is really cool. And it's funny because in the last Tinder profile roast that I did last week, the guy had an axe throwing photo that wasn't that great. He was pointing at the axe in the board and just being like, cool, look at me. And I said in that video that there's going to be a great axe throwing photo in the next video that's coming out. Now, I actually remembered a different photo, which I don't see either. I've remembered it wrong or he changed it since he gave me the profile link on Tinder. I remembered him being mid-swing, and I don't remember if that's what actually was or if it wasn't that, but I really liked that photo where he was mid-swing. This one I don't like so much because it feels posed. It might not be posed, but if it's not posed, then it's just a stiff quality to it. Sometimes even when you're candid and you have a stiff quality to yourself, it feels awkward and it can get the sense of being posed even if it's not. And so this one I don't like as much. What I would have loved is the one that I remembered in my head where the shot was taken from behind him and he's in the process of swinging and following through on that axe. That photo would be amazing. If you want to take a really good axe throwing photo, that's the pose I would suggest if you're off to the side behind the person. Obviously, don't be in front of the axe. And record a video in slow motion if you can. And that way you can get the perfect frame of that video that is going to make you look super sexy in the perfect candid position that makes it look, that highlights your awesomeness. And here is the bio. Let me read it to you. 180 Dane, Danish flag emoji, in Budapest. Dominant but gentle, cracks inappropriate jokes. Soft spot for submissive, open-minded girls. Easygoing, I have a beard now. Texting is less than sign, meeting. Don't steal my favorite shirt. Fucking love this. I'm going to explain why I love it. It shows that he understands what girls want. Girls want a guy who is strong, but also empathetic. They don't want him to be an asshole. They want him to be strong, but a strong lover. So a balance between those two energies, and that dominant but gentle is perfect. Plus, cracks inappropriate jokes. It helps girls know that he doesn't care what people think about him, but he does it in a way that is calibrated and empathetic rather than just asshole, just blunt that says what he fucking wants. And then soft spot for submissive, open-minded girls. That's going to screen in the girls who are sexually available. You're not going to read that. A girl's not going to read that and be super dominant and be like, yeah, let me swipe right on him. He's going to love me. No, she's going to swipe the fuck left, and he wants that. He wants the submissive girls and the girls who are going to be willing to go on an adventure with him and explore their bodies, explore their sexual spark. And that's going to screen in those kind of girls. Easygoing, I have a beard now. The easygoing part, that's not super important. Take it or leave it. Really doesn't matter. On its own, I would say saying easygoing is probably not the best thing. It's so cliche, but in the context of the rest of this profile, not super important. The I have a beard now is really important because in some of his photos, he doesn't have a beard, so it helps girls know what is he going to look like. Texting less than sign meeting, I actually would switch this around. Now, this might be one of those international things where in parts of Europe, for instance, when you write a price, let's say it's €1.80, you would have a comma instead of a decimal point. I know France is like that. I know a lot of other parts of Europe are like that because they're weird and they don't understand how decimal points work. But this might be something similar to that, where maybe people are used to putting the less than instead of a greater than. I personally, and this might just be the way I'm used to seeing things, I would say meeting is greater than texting rather than the other way around. My suggestion is to put meeting is greater than texting, unless it's one of those localized things that it makes more sense the other way around. I'll let you, Blake, be the decision on that to figure out which way you want it. And then that last bit, it says, don't steal my favorite shirt. Playful, fucking love it. Don't really have much to say. It just kind of builds an exciting tension, but not in a way that's going to push girls away. In a way that gets girls excited as long as they're confident with themselves. I think that bit in the front where it says 180, it doesn't say centimeters, but I'm pretty sure that means centimeters. And I did the conversion before I started this video, and it's about 5'11". So that's pretty good when it comes to height. In Europe, where he's at, I know people are taller, but I also know that it doesn't matter as much how tall you are in that area of the world. I haven't been to that specific area in Budapest, so I can't say for sure. But that's a good thing to put there, because I do think that that's on the taller end, average-wise over there. But either way, I think it's going to be a positive if you're close to 6 feet. In America, if you're close to 6 feet, you want to say that. This is probably a similar thing. I think you'll be fine. I think that's a positive. So yeah, bio is fucking great. Love it. I hope this helps you out. I try to pack these chock full of lessons that you can learn. If you want to be the next dating profile roast, then send me an email. My email is in the description below. Also, I have helped way over 100 guys, probably around 130, 140 guys now in about 25 cities around the world and counting. And I'm super stoked to help out more people to get more matches and more dates and help you build the love life that you truly want. If you want to be my next success story and get more matches and more dates, then go ahead and click the link in the description below. Check out my packages and book a call with me. I'll get you locked in. We'll figure out a date for our shoot, and I will get you the dating profile of girls' dreams. Looking forward to the next video, and until next time, my friends.